is the Provoked Prawn, and in this video I want to talk to you about two Corsair keyboards that look pretty similar on the face of it. The Corsair K70 RGB Pro and the Corsair K70 Pro OPX. Now, the Optical-Mechanical version of this K70 is the white one that you're seeing in this video, and the other one is the black version. Now, it's worth noting that you can get the black variant, so the standard K70 RGB Pro comes with a choice of different switches that include Cherry MX, RGB browns, RGB reds and RGB speeds, and then the Optical-Mechanical switches are available on the black keyboard, but you can also get a white one as well, which you'll see looks really striking. Both have very similar specs otherwise though, and very similar aesthetics. You'll notice there's not very much difference between them in terms of the features and button layouts, for example, the placement of the USB-C charging cable, the various different buttons including profile switching, RGB lighting, lock button and other things. It also has the awesome power of Corsair's AXON processing, which gives you up to 8,000 Hz polling rate, 4,000 Hz key scanning, 20 layers of RGB lighting, 50 onboard profiles, and more. Now, obviously, powerful keyboards in terms of the specs they deliver and the potential for them. Also, really feature-rich, nice-looking keyboards with a number of highlights to them, as you can see, that include simple things like these nice padded feet on the underside and channeling for the cabling, so you can run the cables in certain directions if you so wish. Also has a little button on top which allows you to switch into tournament mode, which disables keys like the Windows key, for example, and also sets the RGB to a specific mode that doesn't distract you when you want to play games and focus on that gaming purely. I've done a video separately just talk about the OPX version of this keyboard and go into depth on it. So if you want to check that out, be sure to look at the links in the description to find out more. I wanted to show off just how nice looking the white version is of this, but it's worth noting that both keyboards come with PBT double shot keycaps. So you do get a really good quality build out of both of them. That aluminium backplate, really nice looking design, good solid overall design to them. And they're both really feature rich as well. You've got the media playback buttons you can see here, the volume wheel on the top right, muting and other things. And there are hardware controls for things like the RGB lighting. So if you press the function key and the number keys, you can cycle through the various RGB profiles. But you can also go into Corsair's iCUE software and program a multitude of RGB layers on a per key basis. And as you'll see, the aesthetics really pleasing. And there's a number of small little features to it as well. For example, you can see that the various different locks have a little indicator in the top here, which is when they're turned off is very subtle and understated. Other highlights, small things, include the lettering is lit up on all of the keys. As you can see, the extra additional key presses, for example, the secondary actions for each of the keys is lit up as well. And it includes a magnetic wrist rest, which is held in place, just a little magnets and these clips on the other side. So no plastic clips, it just slides into place. And if you don't want to use it, you can just slide it off. It's soft touch, but it's not like particularly padded or anything like that. Now, the biggest difference between these two keyboards is the switches. The black one that you're seeing comes with Cherry MX brown switches. That's the one I've got, and there are other choices, as I said. I'll leave more information in the description below. The Optical-Mechanical version has Corsair's OPX switches, which are optical-mechanical switches which activate with a light beam. Now, the biggest difference here is the actuation distance, because these will actuate at just 1 millimeter, which is a very tiny press. Now, to give you an idea of the difference, the brown switches are activating at 2 millimeters. Those are tactile switches, which are designed to be tactile and quiet and give you a good response when you press them, but they take 2 mil to actuate, whereas the other switches, the OPX switches, actuate in 1 millimeter. What that means in reality is a very gentle press on the Optical-Mechanical keyboard results in that activation, which is perfect for gaming, because if you want a really fast response from your keyboard, then you want those optical switches. They also are guaranteed for longer, so they'll last longer, up to 150 million keystrokes. But what I found, the biggest difference between them is actually the Optical-Mechanical switches are a lot noisier, considerably so. So I'm going to give you a sound test now so you can hear the difference between them. Be sure to check out the other videos linked in the description to find out more. Thanks for watching. This has been the Provoked Prawn. Hope you found this video useful, interesting, hilarious, or otherwise. Take a look at these other videos that I think you might find interesting as well. And have a look at the description for links and other information you might find useful. Click that join button to see the benefits of being a member of my YouTube channel. And most importantly, have a great life.